just stopped for some tacos and for some coffee, and we're now 20 k's outside of Kalahari on our way to Kgalagadi.
On our way to Kgalagadi, we met up with Graham and Siska from African Sky Adventures and our new friend Deborah, and drove the rest of the way in convoy.
Hey guys, I can't see out my windscreen, I'm just clearing it quick.
So we've had to make a drastic change of plans. The cloudburst has basically turned the town of Brunflay and the Pans into a bit of a disaster area. We can't really camp anywhere, so we're heading back to Brunflay to see if we can find ourselves a guest house. Wish us luck.
With a little backtracking and rerouting, we decided to spend the night at a great little guest house in Kenhardt before making our way to Kamkiri and then finally onto Kgalagadi Lodge. We woke up the next morning to clear skies. We left Kenhardt and headed straight to our campsite at Kamkiri along the Orange River.
Toot! Toot toot! Toot! Toot toot!
We arrived at Kamkiri early and spent the day relaxing by the river, catching up, and even enjoyed some bird watching before heading out on a very special sunset drive, thanks to Auntie Deborah. So we're on our way to Rimfasmark. We're in the Northern Cape, just north of Augrabies Falls. We're going to go and check out the hot springs and make our way to Uppington. And then final stop will be Kgalagadi Lodge this evening.
After a long but awesome day, we were eager to arrive at Kgalagadi Lodge, and even more eager to head into the park.
We've just arrived at Kalahari Lodge, about to go and check in, and then we'll go find our campsite.
Kgalagadi Lodge is only 5 kilometers from Tuera Ferren Gate, which makes it the perfect place to stay if you can't get a spot inside the park. We enjoyed a relaxing Christmas Eve braai and an even more relaxing Christmas at the lodge, surrounded by good friends and great energy. After all the festivities, it was finally time for us to head into the park, and it didn't take us long to find our first Kalahari cat of the holiday. Deborah, don't be alarmed, but behind you is an emu.
Even though you said that, it was not what I was expecting. Good morning. Beautiful thing.
Fearon camp, about to make our way to the gate to enter the park. We've just come from Kgalagadi Lodge. Yeah, it's lovely here. It's super hot. We arrived on the 24th on Christmas Eve, and we had a lovely Christmas lunch at the restaurant at Kgalagadi Lodge, and yeah, now we're ready for some action in the park. So we're on our way out for a nice little game drive now. We've got all our padkos and all our snacks and all our coffees, and we are ready for some brown hyena, hopefully. How you doing?
Get some brown hyena in our lives. Very excited. We've been very lucky. We've seen amazing game even in the short time that we have been in the park. Amazing male lion sighting yesterday near a waterhole called Blue Drill. And today we're going to head up the Arb River towards Matamata and go and have a picnic at the picnic site along the way. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Under that tree there?
There's the egg point over there.
Not bad.
We just stopped at Achterleunie for some breakfast, making some bacon. Old school bed in there. Must have been a hard life. Like a dog.
Oh, the ground squirrel's literally lying next to the meerkat.
Later that day, we decided to do a last-minute drive up and down the Nassau River Road. And as we were heading back to the gate, the Kgalagadi had something really special in store for us.
On the top of the ridge as well, to the right on the top, and then the one on the left over.
stops at Milkflay for a nice little coffee. We had a really nice game drive this morning. Wind.
Here comes the rain.
Oh yeah. Lots of thunder and lightning happening behind us. So this should be interesting. So I think we're gonna turn around now and make our way back. Take a slow drive back to Twereferin and then head back to the lodge for a little bit this afternoon. It's dripping quite a lot in here. That afternoon, our friend Claudia joined us in her kinetic yellow Jimny. We enjoyed a chilled evening at the lodge, sharing our Kgalagadi stories around the campfire. The Kgalagadi has some awesome 4x4 tracks that you can do with permission at the gate. The 4x4 tracks are a nice opportunity to get off the beaten track and explore different areas of the park.
So we're currently driving on the neutral 4x4 track, which runs from the Nossob River back into the Augrabies River in the south of the park. You have to pre-book it, and it's definitely worth it. We're driving in the dunes here, looking for game.
I love how they're hunting together, the mongoose and the goshawks. The desert is home to a huge variety of smaller animals, and because of the extreme temperatures, a lot of them wait until night to get their day going. We decided to do a guided night drive from Tueraferan Gate to experience the park after dark.
You already see a jump there.
Shout something.
Yeah.
We loved every second of our time in the Kgalagadi and enjoyed some really awesome nocturnal sightings while we were there, both in the park and at our campsite at the lodge. On our last day in the park, we decided to head out on an early drive in the hopes of finally finding our elusive Kalahari leopard. We decided to take the Mata road towards Augrabies, and it wasn't long before we found exactly what we were looking for. We had an incredible time in the Kgalagadi, and even though we were sad to be leaving, we were looking forward to meeting up with my sister Talia and her boyfriend Noah at Augrabies Falls. We heard that the falls were spectacular and the fullest they had been in a long time, but we weren't prepared for the actual awesomeness. That night, we shared stories of our adventure and enjoyed some great quality time with family and friends, bringing in the new year. As our adventure was coming to an end, we were eager to soak up every last minute and decided to spend the morning exploring the area around Augrabies Falls before making our way to our last destination in the Tankwa Karoo.